spreading, and Andy's just getting on now. Oh, this phone looks a bit. You know what? Camera's getting a bit mucky. Watch this now. Watch this. A flash of green, flash of green. Is that better? I think it is. Yeah, they get muck on the lens. It's a bit funny. I think that's what happened. It's either that or we've got some weird filter on that I do not know that I put on. But yeah, it was okay. So we've been muck spreading, and now we're feeding the cows. Ash is on business. Hello everybody. Thanks everyone for joining. I don't know what it is, but initially when YouTube Live starts, it says that like 0 people are watching, and sometimes if I do a live, and it says unlisted, and you have to change it to be public. And I look at the screen and I'm thinking, like, is anybody joining? Is anybody joining? Damn, put it on list. Well, I'm not, because we've got people here. So I'm just flying around, feeding the cows, while Andy fills up with diesel, gets the mixer on, starts the mix for us. Hey up, Jake. Yes, Adam, I am going to Great Eccleston next weekend. So if anybody wants to check that out, it's tractor pulling. It's like massive, like 8,000 horsepower tractors. The most powerful motorsport there is. Simple as. Like Formula One's got nothing on it. There's more horsepower in tractor pulling than drag racing, anything like that. So it really is something to go and see, something different, I thought. I really enjoyed it last time, so we're going to again. We're going to have a rate do. We are. Right, these guys are new, I can't quite remember. No, they're not. Hey up, Mr. B, how we doing? So we've got the legendary Mr. B watching as we speak. Have you ever done cow tipping? Well, we do have to tip some cows sometimes. Sometimes they go off the feed, and you have to keep rotating them and try and get them back standing again. Because like, if you imagine that you go down and you're laying on one side all the time, you're going to get pins and needles. So we have to roll them over. It's not very often, but it does happen. I think it's more like dairy cows you get that problems with. But no, cow tipping, I don't think that's really a thing. Unless somebody can say, no, I've run up to a cow and I've been able to tip it over. It is not possible to do that. That's what it is. Somebody's from Barnsley, business. Williams on. So yeah, it's nice that people join in. It's a bit of a nice day today. We haven't had any rain. It's a bit windy. Not perfect really for walking around filming stuff because of the wind. Which makes all this like noise on camera. So that's how it goes. We're running out of media. And he's going to have to hurry up with his pit stop of refueling the 6.9 and get the mix on, get through the mix. I'm struggling. All the way from Cornwall, John's watching. Any up, lime is on. Overflowing. Just give me a second, I just have to see that water drop there. It's overflowing. So, give me a second, I will sort it out. we're on a borrow, so we're not like taking water from the mains, if you know what I mean. We do have mains to house and stuff. Not feeding cattle from the mains. But like everybody's going to be on a hose pipe ban and stuff like that, so I think it's a bit like takes the mick a bit if we're wasting water. I don't like wasting water because we've got power it around anyway, so it's costing my pocket if we are wasting it. It's not as much as if we were wasting mains water. Oh, I meant on anyway. Done. Stewie's calling to the farm. Save me phoning you. Why? What's he calling? What's he calling for? Oh, he's fetching that mustard. Is that what it's about? John's been. You actually, what, have they sunk a new borrow for you then, John? I remember you saying that you were running out of water, or that you were having to get water from another farm or something like that. That must be an absolute nightmare. Hello! Bill says, well done, Joe, business. That's brilliant, isn't it? People from Australia watch it. Must be getting into the evening, is it there? I start my own YouTube channel about opening up farming TV blogs. Check that out. Yeah, it's been a bit windy spreading muck to be honest, but it's fairly wet, so it's got some weight behind it. It's not too bad. Yeah, it's started getting a bit breezy. We don't exactly need the pure accuracy of when we just spreading line either. Peter Pan, hello! Never grows old, that lad. So I'm just going to go last few bits of meal here. Andy is on over there, putting the mix on the 6930 to the left. Tri-till is still on the 210. Whether we tri-till the side of the farm here, I'm not quite sure. Or whether we're ploughing it. Yeah. But my brother's ploughing at the minute, he's struggling to get the plough in because it's that dry. I know, I saw my dad with the tri-till and got it on such an angle, just trying to get it to go into the grass. It's too dry, basically. Too dry. No, Em's not working today. She is, well, I don't know what she's doing actually. She's off. She's off this weekend, Saturday, Sunday. We were joking saying she'll go fishing, but and I don't think she's true. I think she was just joking. Still not much rain in Cornwall. Adam's wanting a hat before Great Eccleston. They get your orders in soon then because Becky could post them on Monday and Becky could post them on Monday, you see, and then it's got plenty of time to get there before Saturday, or Friday or Saturday. It's not like we don't send it like next day delivery, if you know what I mean. So it's to be sure of getting it, just make sure you order it pretty soon. Next day delivery is like an absolute fortune. I'm going to say I don't know how Amazon do it, but I do because they're like literally or the entire chain, don't they? And they know what they're doing. That's their job, that's their profession. So yeah, so hopefully guys tune in a little bit later to the YouTube. I find it difficult to drive along and read the comments at the same time, so like a windmill thing. Who says that? Everyone says his wife asked him how he picked up the saying business. It's a good saying, isn't it? It's funny. It's business. Pure business. What's that? Philip Thompson, that's near me. What, Great Eccleston's near you? Mick is in, now let me get this right, Skegness. Skegness, that's where he is. He's gone away with the wife and two of his grandchildren. So he loves Whitby, but he's also now got Skegness. I don't think he likes Skegness as much. He tolerates it. He loves his Whitby. But yeah, I think we're just Skegness. I think one of their friends has got a caravan there or something like a static. So I think we're stopping at that. I know, I can't believe it. I can't believe he's got friends outside of like me, Ash, and Em and Andy, but he does. Other people will tolerate him too. So yeah, so he's there. I've seen some pictures on Facebook. It's like having a nice time. But I haven't seen Mick in the picture. He must be the one taking him. But it's like he's having a good time. We'll miss him. We'll not see him this weekend. I'll tell him somebody sent him a present and then he'll be here, won't he? TV's going to Devon this weekend. That'll be nice. Won't it? That will be nice. I think when Andy's going back down to Devon, it might be a couple of weeks now. Oh, I'm excited, guys. Tell you what I had last night. I had a curry. I had a vindaloo. I don't know why I do it to myself. So I always got to feel like real tired and lethargic like the next day. I had like a massive takeaway. I don't know if anybody else feels the same. But yeah, if I have like a massive whatever, it must be all the carbs or something. It makes me feel a little tired. It was nice. It was. Sound's not that great. That's what it might be. I've got these in my pocket because I left my. Is that better? My case for these in the house. Is that better? Can people hear me? So I'm wondering if they think, because they're in my pocket, if they think they're in my ears, and then it's trying to pick the sound up from my pocket. I knew that'd be a problem. Should have thought this through. Million times better. That's it. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. Thanks for letting me know. Basically, I wouldn't have remembered. So yeah, I was just saying I had a vindaloo last night. It makes me feel real tired and lethargic when I have a massive takeaway. down to all the carbs and stuff. I don't know. All the stuff that you're not really supposed to eat in it. Might even have another takeaway tonight though, because my mum said she's not cooking. We're going out. Hello from the centre of Ireland. I bet it's green there then. How's Ireland done with the rain and stuff? Like we've not had much rain. It's been a bit of a drought, but is that the same in Ireland? Right, so Andy's just must be fetching some bales round for this mix. I'll tidy this last little bit up that we've got here. John, that is such a good question. When do I get to go on holiday? I'm not really allowed because a big someone at the farm here throws a big paddy if I go on holiday. If I go away for 1 or 2 days, it's a big issue. Whereas it's absolutely fine if Andy and them go away, it's not a problem. But if I do, it's the whole world's gonna explode. Everyone here says the chippy and Chinese in England are very poor quality. Yeah, you can do. Yeah, some of them are, to be honest. Like in our village, we've got 2 Indians. One's like the poor quality one, which I always used to go to. I didn't know about the other one, and then I go to the other one, and it's a lot better. It's like marginally more expensive, like maybe £1 or £2 for your meal, but like it's totally worth it. John's got a place in Spain that he's not been for 3 or 4 years. God, I bet that's gathering a bit of dust then, John, isn't it? Mind you, I think that's been the case for a lot of people, isn't it? Especially with COVID and that. Andrew, no, I have thought about that before, and supposedly it doesn't work. So what happens with your AirPods is when you pull one out and your ear like that, it takes the microphone from that one, and this one's just an earpiece. Whereas if you do it the other way around, it takes the microphone from that one, and that one's just an earpiece. So the person that's the second person that you try and do the interview with, it doesn't work. You can get something called a Rode Wireless. So it's wireless mic or something. Quite expensive, but you know that's not a problem. What the problem is for me is that one, you've got to have it attached into your phone with a wire, and then you've got and then you've got a piece I think that goes into your phone and stays with your phone. So that's one bulky thing that's like in my phone, and then I've got to have the thing clipped on, and then I'd have to have a thing clicked on M, which all sounds good until we do a little talk with M, blah blah blah, and then I go off somewhere else and start like filming something else and talking. But then M's mic might still be connected, so whatever she's saying to Andy, will just come through on the video. I can just see there being problems with it. I see how it works for like someone who's interviewing someone, where it's like, right, we're going to interview you now. But it's like, with what we're doing, it's like literally, what are you doing, Em? You know, it's just like of the moment kind of stuff. So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. There must be something. Or it may be well be easy to use, and I'm just like thinking that it's not going to be easy, which often happens again. I do overthink things and overcomplicate things. But right, I'm going to give Andy a hand now. Because he is sorting these bales out. He's going to want the mixer pulling out, I think, so that he can get these bales put into the to the mixer, get things going. Oh, if you're watching, guys, and you've not pressed that like button, you don't press the like button up here somewhere. Actually, might be down here. I'm not really sure where it is, but anyway, there's a like button somewhere. If you don't mind pressing it, then it just helps get the message out a little bit more. And also, if you've not subscribed, then please subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. Absolutely free. It's just like following someone on Facebook or friending someone or whatever. It's not like it's not a thing where you've got to pay anything. Right, let's put that down there. And we'll get this mix on. Andy's coupled it all up for us already, which is great. And we will get this going. Right, just backing this into the plan. Alright. Why, have you got some straw to put out? Yeah, I can do then, yeah. Yeah, I'll be alright. What affection? Well, I can do, I suppose. Put the silage and hay in again. Yeah, not ready for tomorrow. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, is there? For tomorrow? Right. Whether or not it's... What, is he thinking of doing it today, or...? Anyway. So we're just trying to... we're going to get there. Basically, we're going to start the mix. Sounds like I'm doing it. Because Andy's going to get the straw sorted. Oh. I thought it was spinning a bit quick then. It's because it's in 1,000 speed. Because we've been muck spreading. Well, it feels like it's wobbling this mixer a little bit. Right, we're back on it. So I'm going to be doing a mix now. Evening, Aaron. You alright? Skip. Super fast mix. Oh, super fast mix. Oh, is that what you're going to watch me do? Oh, yeah. I've just been saying that. I'm totally like throwing it everywhere. Yeah. Right, I'll get on with this. Handing you it in 1,000 speed as well. Right, I'll take the pipes off here. If you won't mind looking up at the sky for a second. I'm not sure if they've put that spaceship together yet, John. The windmill, that is. I'm not sure on that. I think so, because they say they reckon they only takes them like a week to do it. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's growing, isn't it, Andrew? 12.7, is that what we've got now? Where is it? We might actually get to like 15k then at some point. Which would be nice. I'm happy with it though. I'm happy with... Oh, this is a good shot. We've got Andy. Oh, we're going to miss it. don't know why he's got the bales tilted all the way back like that. I think he's just a bit rusty. But he was fetching them down from 9i, which is it's quite a sight, really. Usually. Let's see if I can get this window a bit cleaner. With a dull glow to it. Take this out. Somebody said about a friend request on Facebook or something. I sort of keep Facebook just for like my friends from school and stuff. So yeah, I need to get Instagram and stuff like that. I have got it. Don't get me wrong. I am actually on Instagram, but again, it's just like what I set up years and years and years ago. Never really used. Don't really know how to use it, to be honest. I mean, I'm sure it's not like, it's not difficult. I'm sure I can work it out, but yeah, it's just finding the time to work it out and then to put stuff on it that people would find interesting. So whether I just keep going with just TikTok and YouTube, I don't know. But people do keep saying to me, "Why haven't you got Instagram?" So we are now just chucking in silage, old crop, hay, a bit of straw, bit of all sorts of everything, really. Oh, can't really see that, can it? There we go. Just tip this in. And this, when we tip all this in, it's going to be like bulging out the top. Because it's all so long and fibrous. But the blades in there eventually will chop it down so it's nicely cut into fine little pieces. Ryan says, how many mixes do we do a day? Between 1 and 2. Between 1 and 2. Just depends really on what we've got on, what the mix contains. Lachlan Hill. Am I saying that right? From Australia? Have we got enough winter feed? Yeah, I think we've got enough, John, yeah. I mean, we buy a lot in, obviously, in the form of Trafford Gold and barley. And what else we buy? Bread. We bought some crisps last year. I don't mean this year, we bought it this year. Sugar beet. All sorts, really. We buy a lot in. Basically. And there's always some for sale somewhere. It'd be absolutely fantastic to be self-sufficient in feed, but I'd need a lot of the local arable boys to give up a lot of land, and they're all growing farms around here with big equipment that I just can't compete with really with on the arable side, and they're very good at it as well. That's the other thing. They're very good at their job. Whereas we just good at our little niche at what we do. So, Andrew, for our beef cattle with the hoof trimming, not very common that we'd need to have a hoof trimmer in. In fact, I don't think we've ever had one that I can think. Just because they're younger cattle than what you get on a dairy farm. So your dairy farm, you're with your cows that might be like 7, 8 year old or whatever, and whereas ours are like under 30 months. So you don't really get the problems with feet that you would on dairy farm. And I think the other main thing, probably one of the reasons, is so on dairy farms you're walking on concrete and slats and stuff like that. So like they'll pick up stones and stuff. Whereas ours are on straw bedded yards, so it's a bit like different foot conditions for them, I suppose. We do get problems with feet though sometimes. We get things called digital dermatitis, which you'll have probably seen on the hoof GP. So we do get that, and we can just treat that with like a spray, get them in a crush, treat them with a spray, or we could put them through a foot bath. I'd like to have a foot bath actually. It's one thing that we've not got that I would like to get, because then you can just walk the cows through you put the chemical in the foot bath, and you walk the cows through the foot bath, and that's all them cows treated. Whereas what we do is we'll like pick the ones that look like they're bad, we'll pull them out, and then we'll spray the feet and treat them that way. Whereas we could just sort of do a more preventative, maybe treat, or just more general treatment of all the cattle, rather than picking the ones out. We could maybe just do it like every so many days, just walk them through the foot bath. Yeah, so I'd like to do that. It's just finding a place to do it and a good way to do it that we can manage the stress of the cow of getting them out and stuff like that and doing it. Hey, no worries, Limey. I did see it and I was like, that's Limey on TikTok there. Keep at it, mate. Keep at it. Hey up, Bob from Canada. Grass is just not growing in the sun. Well, John, by the sounds of it, you had like no rain at all, have you? Very, very little. Just going to be suffering a bit. See if I can get a bit more hay in this mixer. $70 people on now. Business, if you could all press like, that'd be fantastic. Oh, and what does Andy keeps asking me, right? He's like, what's people saying about this go-karting thing? Andy's like mad on go-karting. Mad on go-karting. Like, have you spoken to Ollie yet? Have you spoken to Ollie about this go-karting? I'm like, well, not really, Andy. You just brought it up yesterday. So I'll have to have a word with Ollie when we go to Great Eccleston Show next weekend. It should be a good crack, shouldn't it? I think it's good fun go-karting. I'm trying to think when last time I went was. Oh, I know when last time I went. They were from a stag do. That was wild, actually. I nearly stick in my helmet. Yeah, in Eindhoven. Weird place to go on a stag do, I know, but the flights were cheap. And yeah, we've been out the night before, and we were going to this racetrack after. Yourself, Ollie, and Tom P could get all staff together for go-karting night. It'd be really good, wouldn't it? I don't know how good a job we could do at. I don't know how good a job we could do at filming it, but I know we'd have a lot of fun doing it. I suppose it'd be alright for Tom. He's got GoPros, hasn't he? I'd have to get a GoPro or something. Attach it to the what do you call it, and I'll have like different coloured high vis on or something like that. You know, just so that people knew who was who. Yeah, I'd have to put a little bit of thought and preparation, I think, into this if we were actually going to be doing it. So, just waiting now. I told you that this mixture would be trying to pump it out, wouldn't I? It's nearly trying to push it out at the top. So it really needs to chop that down. I wonder if there's anything I can do. Upload it to the real country file. John would love to be in a team with me and Ollie. What farmers do on the night off. Yeah, it'd be good fun, like. It would be really, really good fun. We'd have to get in if we were being competition, like, we'd have to get in a bit of practice here, I think. I know Andy would be like every night, can we finish early tonight? Because I've got to go karting practice. Competition would be high. Oh, so loving the machines that we use. Andy's the machine. Somebody said they love the machines that we use. I said Andy's the machine. You are? Oh, shame they're not Fenn. I thought you were Massey. I thought you were Massey Andy. Either or, it says either or. Good. Yeah. Yeah, there'll be enough straw there on there. Sandy's just fetching them round. I wonder if he's going to do a swoop on these. Is he going to use the skills of... Oh. Ah! He's not nailed it. It could have looked cool for eternity then. Oh, Andy. Ah, well. Still a bit easier. It could have been great then, Andy. Could have been. Nearly. Well, no. Should I say something about go-karting to get him wound up? People are asking about go-karting. Yeah. What? Well, they said it'd probably be best if, like me, Ollie, Tom, there's a farmer P, there's somebody else, and they just said basically like whoever's like names on the channel could do it. Yeah. So it sounds like you might be out, Andy. I'm only joking. I'm just winding you up. Do you think I got him? I don't think I got him. I've been saying how much you're looking forward to it, Andy. And you'll be getting your practice laps in. Every day on the way to work. Yeah. Edit that bit out. It's live, Andy. Oh. So yeah, go-karting will be a go at some point. if we can get some organised. Whether it's just us that do it, or whether some other people want to join in, that's obviously it's up to them. I know they are, Philip. I know. I'm just trying to wind him up. Right, I'll put me Trafford Gold and that in. Like 1 and 2 and pens and all that. Why, what are you doing? Here. What's that? Oh, the next mix. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's you pull that out way and then pull it under molasses for me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll do. Whatever. Baldies versus the rest. Him and Big Mick on a team. Andy won't be happy. Just got some bread in the bucket. Put a bit of bread in the mix. Doing some maths. Yeah, that's enough. Oh, that's what I'm meaning to do. There we go. Andy's almost my neighbour as he's from Devon. That's what we say to him. This is Trafford Gold, the waste product from wheat manufacturing, extracting alcohol from wheat. You get left with this stuff that's really tasty to the cows. Right, Andy's on the mixer. He's shifting that out of the way. Looks like we've had some hay and straw just drop out as it's been mixing, so I better shift that in case Andy decides to put that, drop the mix out there. We don't want separate straw in the mix. Looks like it's going to blow away anyway. With all this wind. I can't really see. I'm going to set up there and then do the molasses for Andy, but you can't really see, which is a shame. don't know what it is, but when anybody else does a mix, they never tidy up from the sides. They'll just scoop it out of the middle. And then it means I end up getting like half bucketfuls because they're all from the sides. Anyway, it's not really an issue. It's from wheat, Philip. Yeah, it's from wheat. Cargill's at Trafford Park, is it? Something like that, I think it's called. Yeah, we grow maize, John, yeah. No, it's not been particularly fantastic this year. As the maize, it's not had the rain at the right time. So we're going to try putting the majority of the barley in while we're here, in this bit. No, TM doesn't have a load cell on it. We did used to have one on some of his previous Manitous, and we were basically like a unit that we kept moving. So we buy a new loader, and then we just get them to fit the weigh cell onto the new loader. But it never really worked properly, and rarely used it. And when the mixer's got it on, I suppose that's what you go off. Really, you sort of get if you're on this machine all the time, you get to knowing what 1.2 ton feels like or looks like, or if you're doing it every day. You can nearly do it with your eyes closed. I'll get Andy to take it up there because we're at the point where it might start spilling. So I'll put the rest of the barley up in the clamp. There's the plan. Come on, get away from the wall. See, like now, I've just got half a bucket in because I've had to take it from the sides. So, tip it out. And we go again. And we can get a full bucket. "64 likes, 64 people watching." If anybody who's watching and not pressed like, if you could press it, that'd be really helpful. And Andy, talking of Andy, is there? Oh, he's gone to get his little tractor. Oh no, I've not done. I'm not plugged my phone in to charge it. I've not charged it. It's a bit windy for this job, but that's how it goes. Well, I don't think we're going to get much more in this because it looks like it's overflowing already. 8.5 ton and we're overflowing. So we'll have to leave it at that, I think. Let's have a look at these comments. I've missed a few, I think. Do we put soya in the mix? No. Have we had any more fires? Fingers crossed, no. Funky Farmers isn't doing, his maize isn't doing too well. No, I don't think many people's is really. But, yeah. Right, well, guys, I think I'm probably going to end it here. So I'm going to have a word with Andy about what's happening. I've got this mix left to do. I've got YouTube coming up and coming out this evening at some point. Of us book spreading, feeding the cattle, some nice shots of Andy doing some straw blowing, a few bits and bobs like that. Oh, there's a question in there about what you call a certain thing, so make sure you answer that in the comments for me, because that really helps out. Oh, and if so, like, we've got 51 minutes of lives, right? And a lot of the time, people will not watch through 50 some minutes of lives to get to the end, because obviously you watch it as you're watching it now, as we are, but like not many people actually go back and watch through the lives and get to the end. So normally what I say is we'll say something weird in the comments, and then we'll get people to put that in the comments, and we'll see what. We'll see who's watched it all the way through, is what I'm saying. So I'm trying to think of something, and I was going to say like conker trees or something like that, but no, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say we should say tractor pulling at Great Eccleston is great. That's what we'll put in the comment, right? That tractor pulling at Great Eccleston's great, or something like that. Yeah? Great Eccleston's great. That's funny. Yeah, we'll say that. Put that in the comments if you've watched this all the way through, and then you come back onto the live later. Put it in the comments, and that'll do. If anybody wants, anyway, I'm just getting to end the live basically. So what I'm just going to say, as I say normally every time, is if anybody wants any of the hats or the merchandise, then check out joeseals.com. Also, Mix Dimensions, just been doing a mix. If anybody wants their name on there and a shout out on the channel, the way to do it is go to my Just Giving page, which is links in most of my YouTube videos. There is a link to that. We're not on £1,000, but we're getting close to it, and it'd be lovely to get there soon. I've got great faith that we'll get there, but it'd just be nice to get there pretty soon. There's a link there, or just go to Just Giving, Joe Seals, Mix Dimensions, search how you'll find it. Thanks for joining, everyone, and check out the YouTube a little bit later this evening. Business, as we say here.